Holy cow, guys, this thing has been fighting me every step of the build. I got a whole assortment of boots here that I'll be trying. I've got the cover fitting. That was a major feat in itself. I did have to trim the rubber a little bit, take this out, and butcher the crap out of the fins. The cylinder is bolted down. We have full rotation. The squish is pretty thick on it with the Husky piston. I'm going to have to cut 45,000 squish at the tightest point. Well, 46, 45, somewhere in there. So, go back 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to cut 25 off the base. And it's almost hitting. Like, I can't slide a piece of paper between there. It's almost hitting there. I'll probably have to Sharpie that. I know once I drop the cylinder, it won't be hitting. And I can't see daylight through on that one either. But I think it marred the paint up on the case halves. So I'll probably clearance the case half some too. And I ain't made my mind up if I'm going to run. We already know this thing's going to be out of balance. Pretty sure of that. Is it going to shake any worse than a Neotech 660? I don't know, them things shake pretty bad. I sure hope it don't. But we've got full rotation. I do have the Husky piston in there with a 13mm pin. Imagine my intake. The problem with this jug was the intake was out to lunch anyway. It was like 94 or something. So I'm going to have to JB weld that up. Well, this is the fingered cylinder, but I am super stoked that we got it's all fitting. And I'm still down a gas tank on this thing. Still missing quite a few parts. I'm gonna need a brake band. I'm going to take what I can off that donor saw. Gas tank's all JB welded up on that thing. I thought I had a 440 tank that we could probably rob the studs out of. Don't know. I don't know nothing about that tank. That tank might leak. I don't know. Where is it? I don't know. I do have a good 461 tank, but I was planning on putting that on my 461 and taking. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll transfer the tanks around. I don't know. I'll figure something out, but this thing's been quite the noodle scratcher. I know a lot of you are going to ask, well, why didn't you just build the 660? Well, a 660 would have been mega way easier. But I wanted 92 cc's in a 76 cc frame, and that's what I got now. So I'll have to dig out my mandrel, cut 25 off this base. Yep, I can see where it's hitting right here. And just a scooch there, and I actually might have more clearance with this flywheel. Couldn't get it to fit on the crank earlier. I've already done scuffed up my scuff protection on these, on this piston. Must have some grit or something in it. Everything's got to get rewashed anyway. That's interesting. flywheel won't fit worth the snot on this aftermarket crank. We're probably going to make it fit though. I think it's just a matter of grinding the key or bringing the slot all the way down into it. I have a mile of clearance on the transfers with this one compared to that one. This is the Chinesium one, the Farmer Tech one. We'll run with this OEM one. We'll just make it fit. I'm super pumped for this build, guys. I wish I had all the parts for it, but I don't know if you guys remember the port work on this one or not. Intake's too big on it, but this thing's it's all JB welded up anyway, so what's a little more, you know, what's a little more gonna do? Now this is a Husqvarna one ring piston as well. Barely has any wiggle room, but yep, 54 millimeter bore, 40 millimeter stroke. Aftermarket 064. This one, it's getting built with all. I have an OEM 064 crank somewheres. I did have. Is it right here? Yeah, it's right here. Yep, this is the 064 crank. So if this does work out good, I got that other 460 case. We could duplicate it, but I don't know if I'm going to build another one. Maybe we'll build this one and beat the crap out of it and see what happens. Some of my biggest fears is pulling the threads on the crank, because there's only about 6 threads on there, 5 or 6 threads compared to a full thing, and that's just where I had to machine the crank back. I think this is by far the most machine work I've ever dumped into a build. 661 took quite a bit of machine work too. The D-stroke 660 didn't take that much, but I don't know. I'm having fun doing it. Let me know what you guys think of this. Right here's where that case is all filled in with JB Weld. This thing in just the grain of hair, it'll probably blow up just because the tolerances are so tight on that thing. I don't think a sheet of sandpaper, you know, like 220 grit sandpaper would clear around in there on that crankcase. It's so tight, but I don't know. That's my progress so far. Let me know what you guys think. It's like probably 4 in the morning or something, so I'm gonna go and hit the sack. You guys have a good one.